Hey guys, how you going? I thought I'd come back and do another one because I wanted to elaborate more on the previous one. And I'm having fun doing this, so I thought I'd come back and just elaborate about people who don't want to integrate into certain countries. Yeah, I believe what's going to happen with that is they're going to be taught to go home and fix their own country. I did say that in the last video, but I believe they're actually going to be taught how to do it, how to go home and fix it. Um, and I think you're going to have a lot of people going back home to where they come from in the first place. I believe the whole world's going to each country's going to do their own thing, but they're going to live by constitutions. So I believe that it could very well just bring peace when everyone's left alone. They'll always be watching each other and stuff, it's always going to go on. But I think generally there'll be peace in the world for a while anyway. Most of us are anti-war. I don't know anyone who wants to go to war, but the TV would have you think differently. What else is there? One sec, guys. Yeah, I believe the strain on the system is going to ease up. I'm not sure how much, what it's like where you are, but over here there's strain on the public health service and the on what we call Centrelink, which is like social security for people with different problems and stuff. And yeah, I think all of it's going to change. I think all of it will. I think housing prices are going to drop probably quite significantly in most countries to where they're affordable for one working member of a family to buy. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen, guys. Really, when it comes down to it, we don't know. But these are just things I've heard, seen, read, that I thought were quite good ideas to go. I think we do need to take a step back. Even maybe the internet has to go. I could live. We used to. We never had it before. And it would mean a lot more jobs for people, because when you automate everything and it's all done over the internet, people lose jobs. That's another thing. That's why we've got such job insecurity and all the jobs they've sent offshore. I believe they're going to bring them back to each country, including like something as simple as, say, data entry over here was sent over to Malaysia or somewhere. Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, somewhere. It's been sent overseas. And I don't believe that's going to go on either. I think that's going to end as well, where that they'll bring it back. What else was I going to talk about? That could be it for now. Just doing videos while I can because the kids are at school and yeah, I've got some free time. So I thought I'd just pop on and do a couple of videos, and I'm hoping to make it a bit of a, make them often. So yeah, so people can get to know me and who I am, but really I'm not that bad. And I'm a grandparent. I care about kids. I care about my little grandsons, and I've got 2 grandsons, and they're kids. They run amok, they're loud. I let them to an extent, but I do be careful of other people's peace and quiet too, Yeah, I also believe, okay, I don't know what it's like again where you live, but we've got suburbs here now in Australia where there's a house about a metre or 2 away from yours. So your bedroom window faces someone else's bedroom window, and they're building, the new suburbs they're building houses really, really close together. No land, not much land, not much of a backyard. I believe that's another thing that we should change. The blocks need to be bigger so that people don't disturb each other. Not saying they should be acres and acres for everybody, but at least bigger blocks so that people aren't... I mean, if you've seen these new developments, they're horrible. I've lived there. And you hear everything in your neighbour's house and they hear everything in your house. And it's not a nice way to live, really. Great if you're friends with all your neighbours and stuff. And I have no problem with neighbours. Sometimes they have a problem with me. I'm pretty quiet, so I don't know. It's the cats, that's what it is. The only problems I've ever had is because I've got 2 cats. So, but other than that, I get along with neighbours. I'm fine with neighbours, but I still don't want to live in their back pocket, and I don't want them living in mine. I like my privacy, as I'm sure most people do. So yeah, it's another thing. I just believe we've got to stop doing this. Stop. If we slow immigration down everywhere, and people get sent back to their own countries to fix their country up, what I believe will happen is there will be more room, and people will be able to spread out a bit, not live so close to each other. Because I believe that in itself is trouble. You're asking for trouble. You're putting people on top of each other nearly. So you're going to have neighbourhood arguments and things like that. So I believe people need a bit of room. So yeah, it's just another thing I believe. You don't have to agree with me. We can agree to disagree, but it's just what I think is going to happen. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. It could go heads up and we could all be in trouble. That's why I say prepare for everything, because we don't know. But ultimately, these are things I've heard, ideas I've heard, things that could be maybe happening. I don't know yet, as no one does. We're not 100% sure on anything at the moment. So, yeah, what I'm doing at the moment is just what I've heard, what I've seen, what I think, my opinion, that's it. Yeah, and I've been doing this, I've been researching stuff for like 10 years now. And I mean, watching as much as I can, reading as much as I can, trying to dig around to find proof of things. That's why I think the way I do. And I believe that we should stop looking at these experts as experts, because another thing is they're trained by that system. When I was talking before and I said, look, these people taught something we're not. Obviously, they go to university and stuff. So I don't mean that. What I'm saying when I say they've been trained the same way we have, by the same people, for the same means, to the same agenda, toward that agenda. So when you think about it that way, you start to realise and question a bit more. I mean, even at TV these days, they can put they could put someone from the street on TV and say, this person's an expert. Who are you going to check? Is anyone going to check to see who that person, if they are an expert or not? That's another thing. They can just pull the wool over your eyes these days and just say, oh, we've got this expert from this university, and it could be just some guy off the street they've pulled up, put a suit on, got him to sit there and pretend he's an expert. I mean, so much dishonesty out there at the moment, so many lies, that just do a bit of digging around. If you believe something in the news, just dig a bit harder, dig a bit further. You'll find out that like half the time it's not even true. Half the things I hear that the media say, that Trump say, go and listen to what he's actually said, and it's nothing like what they've said. God knows what they've done with that. Anyway, but that's the sort of thing I'm getting at when I say don't trust the TV and experts and things like that. Anyone could say they're an expert. I could say I'm an expert. I've studied this for 10 years, but I'm not. I'm just a person who's just looked at things and dug and tried to find proof or tried to disprove or tried to... And this is where I've ended up at this point. Just believing that we live in the wrong way, man. And we've been told a lot of things that I don't think are true. And there she goes making an appearance again. Hello, Bella. Yeah, so just... that's why I say be careful, be cautious, watch out, don't believe everything you hear. Listen to people with experience more than these people who, I mean, you can have someone come out of university, they've gone through school, college, university, no real world experience, and this happened in my family recently, where they put a person just out of university into a position that they couldn't do. They had none of that real world experience, that people skills, if you want to put it that way. This person just had no idea what they were doing and ended up back out of that job again. And yeah, you just look, you can have people who've been to uni who... they know what they know, but they're really not that smart. And then you've got people who haven't been to uni who you think, how are you that smart? I think you've got to learn for yourself. That's what I mean. We've got to learn for ourselves, guys. Stop taking everyone else's word for it. Anyway, okay, I'm off again. I might still go live in the morning, hopefully, and hopefully I'll see ya. Okay, bye.